What is up, people? Welcome to Yellow Card Podcast, episode 91. Last week, episode 90, Chris Jones, your boy, as always, Diego the DJ, hosting the show. What is going on, everybody? Episode 91. Unbelievable. Episode 91. Last week, episode 90, hosted by the man, Chris Jones. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Let us know how you thought that he did. Thought he did a phenomenal job carrying the show. As always, keeping it very interesting, jam-packed, and with a lot of thoughts and takes to be delivered. Hope you checked it out. Make sure that if you haven't checked it out, follow us on Spotify, Yellow Card Podcast. You can find us there at any time of the day, any point, for free as well. You can find us on YouTube under the Couch Guy Sports YouTube channel, or you can just find us on couchguysports.com, which also shout out to them for bringing us on the network. We've been around for 91 episodes and continuing. Huge shout out also to our sponsors, Shocked Energy and Exogun. For episode 91, as you may know, Premier League will be starting. Premier League is starting this week. A lot of action happening. We also got a few new segments that are part of our strategy towards year three. And also, speaking of strategy towards year three, make sure that if you're not following us yet, that you do follow us starting this season immediately on the TikTok channel that we have, Yellow Card Podcast on TikTok. That's right, well over 1,000 views on all of our clips right now. Carrying, I think we're reaching close to 5,000 views at this point on the little clips that we have put there all together.
I think we're over that.
Yeah, I think we're either shy of it or just a little over it. So huge shout out to all of you supporting us on TikTok, watching our stuff what we put out and our thoughts. Make sure to check out the profile. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, or whatever you think you can support us with. It would be greatly appreciated by us. So as I mentioned earlier, Premier League starting immediately, week 1. Starting this week, important week. We've seen Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool, all of these teams splash big money during the summer transfer window. And the summer transfer window, just so you know, is still ongoing. It will finish up by the end of August. That's when teams have the final call to make one last final move until the January transfer window, which should be starting January 13th. If I'm not mistaken, it could be pushed back the date given some financial statuses of majority of the teams across Europe, but it could also be pushed forward, giving as well the financial statuses of some of these teams in Europe. So we will give you an update as to when the transfer window will start for January, but for now it is being planned for January 13th. So week 1, let's get this going. Jones, what are we thinking for week 1? Are we going to continue to do the bit that we have, the two of us? We're gonna reset the record, or what is your game plan for this year, Jones? Talk to us.
This year we're resetting 100%.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be a 2-part bet this year. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep track of the whole record.
Yeah.
Whole record for the entire year. The winner at the end of the year will get a dinner. Diego and I still have to pay for Diego's dinner from last year. So that is on the table. However, this year we're going to add a little bit of a twist because we have the World Cup. We have the World Cup this year. Want to stay tuned for that. What we're going to do is we're going to go from the first week of August up into the World Cup, and whoever has the best record in the EPL wins. The loser will get a jersey from the other person, and they have to wear it on the podcast for a month straight when the EPL continues in December.
Holy smokes. Okay.
It can be any jersey. I think I have a couple. Obviously, Diego had to wear a Manchester City jersey last year.
Yep.
So it could be something like that. I could get him, I don't know, an Alexis Sanchez Manchester United jersey that he has to wear.
Are you looking to die this year? What are you looking to do, sir?
So it's the things in my head on players that Diego doesn't like, teams that Diego doesn't like. Diego obviously has the list for me as well.
Yep.
So one of those will get purchased and one of those will be worn from right after Christmas, I believe it picks back up till
Yep.
the end of January and every single podcast episode. So trust me when I tell you, you don't want to miss this year because we got a bunch of things that we're gonna do.
No, I like it.
Okay.
And if you do not believe us about our TikTok channel, by the way, this is where we at, people. Make sure you find us. Yellow Card Podcast. Yellow Card Pod is exactly what what our tag is over there at TikTok. Make sure you follow us.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to miss out. All right, let's dive in. First match day, EPL, starting Friday of this week. It's Arsenal going to Crystal Palace. Diego, I'll start us off here. I think the season in Crystal Palace kicks off on a good note. They don't lose this game. They don't win this game. I think this is going to end in a 1-1 draw. Give me the draw to start off the season in the EPL.
I like it. 1-1 draw. Okay. I slightly disagree with you. It is a pattern for either Crystal Palace or Arsenal to start very slow. Last year, the pattern trended over to Arsenal, who started very slow in the season. We had thoughts that for sure they were going to clunk that year, and they didn't. They survived. They have had a very interesting summer transfer window so far, with the addition of players like Gabriel Jesus, just to name a few. Marquinhos, another addition. Matt Turner is now in Arsenal as well. So it's important that we acknowledge those additions. I think this year the slow start belongs to Crystal Palace, and I think they actually start this year with a loss to Arsenal of 3-1.
Okay. Let's dive into the Saturday slate. First game, wicked early on the East Coast. It's Fulham hosting Liverpool. I'll let you kick us off here. What do you think of Fulham and Liverpool in week 1?
This one's tough start for Fulham. They almost kind of got the treatment of Leeds United when they were sent back up to the Premier League. However, Fulham is no Leeds United on their return to the Premier League. I think Fulham this year loses 4-0 to start with to Liverpool. Darwin Núñez is looking really good. I think Darwin Núñez will be a key principle to the victory of Liverpool here against Fulham.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool. I think Mo Salah is gonna start off the season on the right note. He's gonna get 2 goals, and I think the third one is going to come from, I believe, Diego Jota. I think Liverpool 3, Fulham nothing for that week 1 performance.
I like it. I like it.
Another team that just came back up, Bournemouth, hosting Aston Villa. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got this one a little bit close. Aston Villa hasn't really done much to improve their team. I'm not fully bought entirely yet on the Steve Gerrard agenda for Aston Villa. I think they do win it, but it's a 2-1 victory for Aston Villa.
It's only taken 3 matches, ladies and gentlemen. It's only taken 3 matches into the season. I have Aston Villa winning 2-1. Bournemouth coming up, I think, at home. They're going to play Aston Villa tough. However, I think Steven Gerrard and company will get that team to where they need to be towards the end. I think it goes 1-1 late into the second half. I think around the 70th to 80th minute, Villa gets that second goal, and Bournemouth just can't find its way to bounce back. So I have Bournemouth losing 2-1 Aston Villa.
I like it.
Next one, we got Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, another team coming up. They're the only team coming up that's starting on the road.
Yeah, so for me, I think this is another score that we're probably going to agree with. Personally, I think Newcastle and Nottingham Forest are very, very similar. Nottingham Forest just got the additions of Jesse Lingard to their team. They now have a very good and an important role of their team in Dean Henderson as their starting goalkeeper. He's going to be starting over Wayne Hennessy. Wayne Hennessy did a great job last year. However, he's not to the talent that Dean Henderson offers and the experience that Dean Henderson offers in the Premiership. Nuno Costa will be a key role up front for Nottingham Forest. Ryan Yates and Scott McKenna will be an important role as well for Nottingham Forest. I actually think this is a game that ends in a 1-1 draw between Newcastle and Nottingham Forest.
Okay. So we're different on this one.
Oh, okay. I like it.
think-
Even better.
I think this is going to be a tough game. I think Nottingham Forest is going to play Newcastle very, very tough. However, I think it's going to end with Newcastle squeezing out a 2-1 victory over Nottingham Forest. Next one I got Tottenham and I got Southampton.
We already agree on this in a broader scope type of aspect. We both think the Southampton will not be it this year. They could potentially even be relegated this year, depending on how things go for them. Tottenham, on the other hand, though, it's just a very loaded team. That Tottenham deserves to win this one 4-0.
Just like Liverpool, I got Tottenham winning this one 3-0. I think Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and company very, very solid. I think they started the season off on the right foot. Antonio Conte is going to have this team firing all cylinders in the home opener this year.
Yep, I agree with you on that.
Next one, I got Leeds and Wolves.
Where are you with them?
I have another close one here. I think we're going to get a lot of close ones in the first match day, obviously. I think Leeds squeezes this out at home. I think Leeds wins 2-1.
And it continues.
And it continues, ladies and gentlemen.
I agree with you on that aspect. I think Leeds squeezes this one out on Wolves 2-1. I think the additions of the American Brendan Aronson is going to be a huge factor here. I like the fact that Luis Sinisterra has been added onto this team. Him up front with somebody like Patrick Bamford up front will be a phenomenal, actually a phenomenal duo between the two. I like the fact that Tyler Adams has been added to the midfield to kind of help Matthew Cleage as well as Junior Firpo develop that midfield. I actually like what Jesse Marsh is doing here at Leeds. So I think this is a 2-1 victory for Leeds.
Completely going off the books here. All right, Everton and Chelsea.
I got Chelsea winning this one 2-0. I feel bad for Frank Lampard returning to Stamford Bridge just to take a loss. However, it goes with the job. I don't think Everton is prepared yet to be a team that can be a factor against a team like Chelsea. Therefore, I think this is a 2-0 win for Chelsea.
So I don't want to change your opinion here, but it is being played at Goodison Park.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Still, I mean, it's tough for Frank Lampard to deal with his alma mater, especially at home, just to take a loss.
I'm actually going to go with Everton in this one, winning 1-0. I think at home to start of the season, I think they're going to want to keep the intensity up. I think Chelsea struggles start early and often. I think they're going to struggle to score on Pickford. I think Everton's going to sneak one here. I think they're going to win 1-0.
Listen, I hope so, man. I hope so. I like the forward combination of Anthony Gordon and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I also like Salomon Rondon in Everton. I worry about people like Iwobi, Allen, Townsend. What's to happen with Jerry Mina as well in the defensive scheme of things? That's a tall body that you're not utilizing anymore. You're keeping him in the bench because he's just not quick enough for you, apparently. But yet offensively, he provides so much territory coverage there that you're just not using him accordingly. So I don't know. I got my concerns with Everton.
Okay. Let's move into the Sunday slate of games. Leicester City and Brentford.
Yeah, I think Leicester City takes this one 2-0. I don't think Brentford is well established yet for this second round of Premier League this season.
I actually have the first 0-0 draw of the season here.
Okay.
I think both teams defensively can be very good from time to time. I know at Leicester City, it's always a tough place to play. However, I don't know if they're going to be able to score in Brentford to start off the season. So I'm going to go 0-0 draw here.
Okay.
The next one is Manchester United and Brighton. I'll go first here. United is very much so known for starting the season off on the right foot. Here, they are at Old Trafford. They played in a team last year in Brighton who beat them 4-0. So this is a big revenge game for this team, and it's Erik ten Hag's first Premier League game. I think United wins 3-1.
I got United winning this one 3-0. I agree with much of what you said. We've seen so far in the preseason what United has been able to do, kind of rekindle themselves. We've seen players like Jadon Sancho get back into form, Bruno Fernandes getting into form, Anthony Martial getting into form, Marcus Rashford. Cristiano Ronaldo is rumored to be already on his way back to England to kind of get conversations going with Ten Hag, at least be part of the first round of Premier League. So that's going to be important. We've seen some of the new signings as well. Lisandro Martinez, Tyrell Malacia getting involved. Christian Eriksen will be involved as well. So I think this is a good start for Manchester United 3-0 victory.
All right, last game, West Ham and Manchester City on Sunday, primetime. I think this is a great game. I think both teams are going to be incredible.
Yeah, I think this is actually the best game of the whole entire opening slate, West Ham versus Manchester City. West Ham rekindling their forward basis with just having signed Scamacca from the Italian Serie A. I think he's a great addition, actually, by David Moyes. Manchester City also has some great additions. However, we know that Manchester City is always a slow start to begin with every single season. Doesn't matter how solid their lineup is at the beginning of the season. They're just always kind of slow to get their energy going. I actually think this is a 2-1 victory for Manchester City, but it's a very close game between the two.
Three of the same scores this week for Diego and I. 2-1 Manchester City. West Ham, they're very good at home. However, I think City is going to take it here. I think they start off the season 1-0, but it's not going to be pretty. So, Diego, I just thought of something completely off the cuff here. So, on our TikTok channel, you're going to see my beautiful face. I will be putting out EPL bets all season long. EPL, La Liga, all sort of soccer bets are going to be on the Yellow Card Podcast TikTok account at Yellow Card Pod. We're going to do a different dynamic. We're going to try and hit it with a different dynamic as well here. So with that being said, what we're going to do here is we're going to do two things. One, I want you to give me your best bet. So your best selection. We're going to do that. We'll pick two. We'll pick one each. And then we're going to pick another one that we like. And I'm going to put it together. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this every single week, right? And what we're going to do at the end of the season, we're going to see units wise who is better at soccer gambling. And what we're going to do is we're going to have what I'm going to call the Yellow Card Pod Parlay. We're each going to pick two games, four games in total, and we're going to see how many units we can make throughout the season.
Okay, I like it.
So let's do it like this. First we'll do the best bet. What is your best bet? What do you think is your most confident pick this week?
My most confident pick this week is my 4-0 scoreline between Fulham and Liverpool.
Okay, so I'm going to say, let's do this. Give me a second. We're going to do, sorry, I completely am very much so unprepared here. We're going to say Liverpool minus 1.5 goals, minus 125. So what that means is, Diego, is Liverpool has to win by 2 or more goals in
Okay.
regular time.
Perfect.
So that's what Diego's best bet is going to be. That's going to be a part of our Yellow Card Pod parlay that will be all over the TikTok channel. It's going to be all over our Twitter page. Trust me, we're going at it in a different direction this year.
Here we are.
Okay, my best bet. I'm going to say my best bet for this week is going to be, we'll say, and we'll keep this a buck. My best bet is going to be Tottenham minus a goal and a half. That line is at plus 105. So Tottenham minus 1.5 plus 105. So I'll put that. We'll do it for Liverpool as well. We'll add that. All right, Diego, I want you to give me another one that you're extremely confident on this week as well.
Sure. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Tottenham versus Southampton. I think Tottenham wins that one 4-0.
All right. So it doesn't help me in the parlay that I wanted to do. So we'll do this. So I'm gonna say, so we're confident on that. Okay. Let's get into ones that we agree with. Out of the ones that we agree with, Aston Villa,
Yep.
Manchester United,
Yep.
and Leeds. Which two do you feel more confident in putting together?
I'll go with Manchester United.
Okay, so we'll do, just writing this down. 1.5. Liverpool minus 1.5. Manchester United. Okay, what is their odds? All right, we're gonna do United. Okay, we're gonna do United minus 195.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I'm going to add for us the ones that we agree with. I'm going to add. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? So you and I agreed that we think Aston Villa wins 2-1, correct?
Yes. Yep.
So with that being said, the total goals for that, I'm gonna say we're gonna take Aston Villa at plus 115. So putting those together, the 4 players that we have Tottenham minus 1.5. We have Liverpool minus 1.5. We have Manchester United money line, and we have Aston Villa money line. So those together, odds wise, on DraftKings book right now is what I'm using, is plus 1,100. So right now, if you were to bet that, you would put, if you did $10, you would win $110 out of that.
Okay.
We won't say what our unit size is, but this is what we are putting together right now. This is our first ever Yellow Card Podcast parlay. Obviously, once it gets closer into the week, we will give you what the exact odds are. But this is the Yellow Card Podcast parlay. Diego's best bet is Liverpool minus 1.5. Mine is Tottenham minus 1.5. We will see who has the better as the year progresses. Diego and I will talk off camera more about the rules for this. So let's dive in. Now to another one of our new segments here is best selection. So what we're going to do in the Bundesliga and League One is we're going to pick our best selection every week. What we can't do, there's 2 rules. One, we can't bet the same team over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to bet. So for example, say I wanted to bet Bayern Munich this week and say Bayern Munich is my best bet, my best selection. That's who I think is going to win. What we're going to do is you can't use them the following week. And if you pick Bayern Munich, you can't use them for 3 match days. So Bayern Munich and PSG, you can't hammer them over and over and over again. Exactly. So if I wanted to use Bayern Munich, I'd have to wait 3 match days in order to use them again. So we're going to be a little strategic here, and the same thing for PSG. So let's start off here. Let's start with the Bundesliga. Diego, what is your Bundesliga best selection for match day number 1?
I'm going to go right off the bat with Dortmund versus Leverkusen, and I'm picking Leverkusen to win this one 2-1.
it's so funny that you say that, because last week we talked about how good Leverkusen is going to be. I did the same thing with my best selection. I had Leverkusen over Dortmund as my Bundesliga best selection for match day 1. Match day 1 in Ligue 1. What is your best selection? Because I swear to God, if you pick the same one as me, we're telepathic.
I don't think we did. I think I went a little bit outside of the box in this one, but who knows? Maybe we did. I picked Toulouse versus Nice on week 1, and I'm going with Nice winning this one 3-2.
So who's Nice playing?
Toulouse.
Okay. So we don't have the same one here, so that's good. So I have a team we're very high on. They're also on the road in their first match day. I have AS Monaco beating Strasbourg.
I figured that.
That is my Ligue 1 best selection for this match day. All right. Any final thoughts, Diego? What are your thoughts quickly about the EPL best bet selection that I have put forward for us tonight?
Remind me again.
So that's the one where we pick our best bet every week, and that's gambling wise.
Right, but what was your pick?
Mine was Tottenham -1.5. Yours was Liverpool -1.5.
I think your Tottenham take is a good one. Again, it's Southampton. We're not very high on them at all. They really didn't do much at all transfer wise, while Tottenham is just loaded. It's a loaded gun. They have a purpose this year. Far more physical, far more updated with the times, and it's Antonio Conte. We saw what he did last year, what he was able to perform with this team, and what he's looking to do this year with the agenda that he's got scheduled. So I think you got a good parlay there going on.
Yeah, no, we're for sure smashing this week 1 right off the bat. We're going to be the best soccer podcast in Boston, and we're going to be the best gambling soccer podcast in the world as well.
There we go. I like it. I like the ambition.
All right. So with that being said, week 1 officially in the books for us talking wise. We have to see how it plays out. But tune in next week because, again, we have a couple more additions to the show. I always, for whatever reason, when I'm talking about La Liga, I always say Bundesliga. When I always talk about Bundesliga, I say La Liga. Next week, La Liga and Serie A start up. So we're going to add those into the show. What we're going to do with that is we're going to take our 3 best games from that slate of the match day. We're going to discuss them, and we're going to talk and see who can produce the most winners out of that. Also, at the end of the month, another one, Champions League and Europa League come back. We'll discuss that as well. Trust me, we got plenty of content coming for you guys. All 5 leagues this year, Champions League, Europa League, and we got the World Cup. It's a busy year for the L-Card podcast. Trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned.
Yes, sir. That's right. With that said, episode 91 concludes here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, on Twitter, on couchguysports.com, on TikTok. Basically, every platform possible accessible to you for free is where you can find us. Signing off, Diego DJ, Chris Jones. Until next week, see you all later.
Peace.